If you are anything like me, or just thinking, my utility bill is how much, and who the hell turned on the heat here in Phoenix? And you got a home here. Welcome to the Go Show, celebrating all things outdoors in this beautiful outdoor playground of the state, nation, and world that we live in. Damn, it's hot outside. When I got to get up and walk the boys at 5 a.m. and I'm still sweating because it's already 85, 90 degrees. Damn. But it happens every year. It doesn't sneak up on us. It's like the same people that are complaining about the heat today. And I'm not complaining, by the way. It's just, whoa. Yeah. APS and SRP are just so happy right now. And if you're not in Arizona, those are utility companies. Those are power companies, APS and SRP. They're very happy right now because people are running AC 24/7 right now. Oh, don't give me, yeah. Mm-hmm. I'll show you APS. I'll show you where you can put your peak hours. I'll show you right where you can put them. Holy mackerel. And why do utility companies, this is a question here. I know this is a show about the outdoors, but why do utility companies have advertising budgets? Why? And why that is important is because by Arizona state constitution, utility companies have to operate at a certain profit margin. They can't not make money. So when you see SRP, not for profit, what that means is that they're not a nonprofit organization. They're just not for profit. Where in the state constitution, they have to have a profit. So they have these big advertising budgets, and then they have to go to the corporation commission and say, we don't have any money. We need to raise our rates. And corporation commission, because they were all paid off by these guys, we're all, okay, sure, stick it to the customer. Oh, it's such a pain. Yeah, $500-$600 utility bills. Who can't afford that? Jeez, I'm getting after intern Nooch, man. He kicks the AC down like 72 and it's freezing in here. And my 72 in my house is different than a lot of people. Like a Queen Bee's house, 72 is just, it's not even feasible. To me, it's just weird. It just, the thermostats are different. Anyway, can we get back to the show? Let's get back to the program. Yeah. A while ago, several years ago, when my children were little, when intern Beans and intern Nooch were tiny, I like to play out in the desert. Y'all know this. And there are snakes in the desert. Happens. I like to pick up said snakes. It was a thing. I mean, I thought it was fun. I thought I was Steve Irwin. And God bless him. Steve Irwin did more and the Irwin family have done more for conservation and just wildlife education than any other family, period, end of story. I mean, Jacques is up there, but we lost a national damn treasure. National treasure, I'm sorry. We lost a global treasure when we lost Steve Irwin. I did see the Dodgers were playing Tampa Bay. And when they're playing the Devil Rays, a kid held the sign up that said it was a checklist, and it said Steve Irwin check, World Series not check. That's funny. It's not too soon. That's funny. I think the Irwin family would laugh at that. That's pretty damn creative. It's creative. Good job. I like to pick up snakes. I just jump a crikey, and you always have that in the back of your mind because you just, it's in the South Park episode, but Steve Irwin was hilarious. But I'd pick up snakes. And then I was threatened divorce by my wife at the time. That if I do that, I have kids, I have children. Why the hell would you do this? And then so I stopped. I later got divorced. I could have still picked up. Anyway, let's move on. You can finish that story. I thought it was really cool. I think snakes are cool. I think in the same vein that I think that crocodiles, alligators, I think that sharks are super cool. It's just that they've withstood mass extinction events in this planet, and I think 5 for the sharks. The sharks are on going on 5. Sharks have been around longer than trees. It's unbelievable. It's just there's so many cool things about these animals. So I was fascinated by them. I like to pick them up. Let's, of course, go over to Florida, where 8,000 pounds of python have been removed from Florida. How about that? So pythons, some, is cool for, I don't know, drug dealers and whatever in Miami to have pythons. Pythons were a cool thing. And when they got tired of pythons or they got arrested, the family didn't want to deal with the pythons, so they had to go they threw the pythons out into the Everglades. They're a non-native invasive species, and they breed like wabbits. So the Florida Game and Fish Department has gone off. Like, everyone is a python wrangler. You have this amount of money if you bring it in alive, this amount of money if you bring it in deed, and this amount of money if you bring in the eggs or the babies. How about that? And it is 24/7 wide open. And of course, I asked, because why wouldn't I? Can you eat python? Because as we know, I don't take anything I don't eat. Here's what Gemini said. Yes, you can eat python. The meat is edible, lean, high in protein. It is frequently consumed as a delicacy in several Southeast Asian cultures and prepared in various ways, including curries, kebabs, jerky, and stir fries. There's nothing wrong with this. Oh, watch out for the high mercury levels. I don't hear any of that crap. I'm going to eat it if it's good. There's a do not consume advisory in Florida. Okay, so the Florida Department of Health and Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission have issued a do not consume python advisory for snakes caught in the state. I'd eat it. I'd try it. You think about what we eat. Like, everybody, I'm making fish tacos. What do you make fish tacos with? Tilapia. Like, everybody makes it. Tilapia are poop feeders. Like, the amount of garbage that catfish and tilapia consume is wild. And I eat catfish. Love catfish. Don't care. So if I take a python, or in Florida, by the way, iguanas are the same thing. They call them tree chickens. I'm going to eat them. Florida, you know what you're talking about. Florida, you want me to take all these yummy pythons and not eat them? Nope. Not going to do it. Here's what's kind of eating my crow about this. As in this article that I'm reading, and this is one of the publications, websites that I frequented for years on this show, had great stuff. It is completely fallen off. I don't know what happened to it. It is awful now. It is just absolutely awful. It's called Wide Open Spaces. It was amazing. Now it sucks. And there's articles there from the top 10 Father's Day gifts for dad from 2023. Just stop, dude. Like, just stop having a website then. But I found this article, it linked to it, so I ended up back at Wide Open Spaces. And they mentioned this is one of the reasons why they've fallen off. And 8,000 pounds of python, by the way, sorry to skate over that, but that's a lot. They say that these are being humanely, what in the tarnation was that? Something made a noise. Anyway, something made another noise. What is this? Oh, dang, it's my this terrible phone that I have here. This It's asking me how it can help me. How about turn off? That's probably the best way to do this, is to turn off. Can we turn off? Power off. What? I don't want. There we go. Powering off. Jeez. Anyway, back to this. It's not going to stop making sounds. Yeah. Here's what happened. Cox Communication called me and said, hey, listen, we're starting a cellular service. If you try it, we're going to cut your internet bill in half for 2 years. And it's free. Just try it. That's the phone. I use it for I use it for YouTube channels because I have too many YouTube channels on my own phone right now. Holy cow, we're going. Anyway, oh my gosh, I got a squirrel. Coffee will help. Coffee will definitely help. Where are we with this? Oh, so many times in the article, Wide Open Space, it mentions humanely euthanized. The pythons that are turned into the state are humanely euthanized. Isn't that a cute way of saying, yeah, we bring them in and we kill them? And this do not eat advisory, you know how many people, homeless, whatever, people not doing well in life, you know how much meat can be given to these people? Better than hot dogs. Even the do not consume advisory for fish or alligator or python in this case, or iguana in Florida's case, it's better than half the crap we eat anyway, even with a do not eat advisory. And oh, high mercury levels. Yeah, okay. Should I just eat Doritos instead? Should I eat, it has yellow 5? I think it's what's it called? Yellow 5, which is a byproduct of oil. It's an oil industry byproduct. It's sludge turned into yellow. I'd rather eat that. Yeah, no, there's no do not consume advisory on Doritos. Absolutely ridiculous. And by the way, if anybody's having a YouTube channel and like part of your like what do you call it, that the sensory stuff that people with all the sounds and stuff like that, if you're slurping and eating food, just stop, delete your account. So gross. I don't want to hear you. I don't want to hear that noise. No one does. Anyway, you kill this thing. You don't humanely euthanize the pythons, because I'm sure they're using the sleepy stuff. They put them out and then they give them a little shot when they're asleep. And they're dispatching this. That's probably a better word. The Game and Fish Department dispatches these snakes. And wouldn't it be a better story instead of humanely euthanized, which they say like 6 times in the article? Wouldn't it be nicer to say that the animals were dispatched and the meat was served to homeless shelters? Cool. That's a good story. But everyone's so afraid of mentioning the G word. Gone. They're so afraid of mentioning kill that they have to say humanely euthanized. Can we just be proud of what the hell we do? Can we just be proud of who the hell we are? We're hunters. We're outdoorsmen. We're sportsmen and women. We are the front line of conservation. And part of that is humanely euthanizing an elk when I get a tag. No, I harvested an elk when I got a tag. There's a giant, there's a plethora of elk. I harvested one to help cull populations. So it's healthy populations and maintainable population. And it keeps the balance in the circle of life. I don't humanely euthanize. You killed it. Just say what it is. Say who you are. There's no reason. There's no reason at all for us to but we can't eat these things. You can't eat it. And again, I'm not going to dispatch or humanely euthanize anything I don't eat. Unless it's a bug. And Queen Bee is not around. Because Queen Bee will ask me to take said bug and put it outside. I'm not kidding. I'm going to tell the story because she only watched it. I don't think she's been watching the show lately. I don't know. But I will know now. I'm going to tell y'all a little secret. We were over at my house. Her daughter, who's deathly afraid of bugs and anything for cockroaches, forget about it. Gone. And I mean gone. Like she's a runner. She out. She's not coming back. There was this giant bug, moth tarantula looking thing in their garage. And she was like, this thing is going to come down and like tear through the top of my car and eat me. Kind of like it looked that scary. So she sends me over. Queen Bee sends me over. So let's go over the house. We live a mile from each other. Like literally, as the crow flies, a mile. And now there's a bunch of construction going. It takes a while. Anyway, so I head over there. She goes, she goes, get it out of the garage and outside, please. And I'm like, okay. And I went over with the intent of doing that. I truly, truly did. I wanted to do that. And so you see this past tense. I wanted to do that. So I went in there. The girls are freaking out, and I'm out there I've got a telescopic fly swatter. And so I was thinking about just, get it up there. I mean, the thing's like 5 feet, 4 feet, probably 3 feet-ish, maybe. Fly swatter. And I'm, just going to kind of move it around there, kind of get it out of there, just kind of scooch it all the way out. Every time I did, it flew back to the other side. And I couldn't work without light because it goes to the light. And if I used my headlamp, it was going to land on my face. I'm not afraid of spiders and bugs. I don't want it landing on my face. No, thank you. So I'm scooching. And this thing just keeps coming back, keeps going back to the light, keeps going back this way, up into the, storage things, all of that. I got tired. Look, I needed to go home. We were watching the show we like to watch, and I was like, I'm gonna go. I gotta go. And the girls need to know that thing's gone. So I can't just say, okay, girls, it's gone, and then they come in and it's not gone. I hate that thing. That thing got right within my range, and I swung like Ken Griffey Jr. My hips were clear. I was down on the ball like this, just making contact. Boom. I launched that thing across the driveway. You're damn right I buried the evidence. You are damn right. Queen Bee, as far as she was concerned, all was good. Got it out. Got it out, babe. Did not lie. I did not lie to her. She said, did you get it out? I go, I got it out. I think she asked me something like, did you kill it? And I said, it was flying the last time I saw it. As the God's honest truth, I was not lying. It was flying. This is why I don't trust people. It's probably because I say things like that. It's like, I didn't lie. Oh, I don't have it. Okay. Anyway, yeah. So I would be dispatching pythons. But how fun is that? Like the kids want to go. We want to go to every national park we can. I would love to go out to the Everglades. I'd love to visit the national park in Florida. I'd love to check things out. It'd be so much fun to me. But when I'm there, I want to iguana hunt, I want to python hunt, and I want to crocodile hunt. And I want to make the crocodile hunt something I do with my boy, because I think that we could. There's people that do these kinds of things, and we get boots. I think it's pretty cool. Not a freezer full of meat, but get a bunch of meat for the freezer and have some boots. That's what I was going to do with my bison hide. I was going to just make it a coat, make it a Game of Thrones coat. No, and for those that don't know, yesterday actually was the dragon show, House of the Dragon or House of Dragons, whatever the hell it is on HBO. Fantastic, chef's kiss, awesome. Let's get to the next thing. I have, and you know me, y'all have been with me in my journey for a while here, and let me tell you something. I have interviewed famous people. I have had some of the tippity top in politics. Didn't get to the White House. Didn't get to interview in the White House. That's one of my bucket list. Didn't get checked off. I wanted to go to one of the conventions as well. Didn't get checked off the list. But I don't get starstruck. I really do not get starstruck. And it is because I think I'm a celebrity and this and that. It's just they're normal people. The more famous people you get to know, the more you're like, these people are literally just us. They just have a lot of money. And there's people now that are just crazy, cuckoo, off the rails, and that's fine. You can go let them lead their little cuckoo lifestyle in their bubble. And by the way, they've earned it. So God bless them. There's one person that and this is the outdoor program, so hear me out on this. If I met, I don't know what I'd do. And it's not because I'm a giant fan. I don't think I know 2 of her songs. But I would be so damn intimidated just seeing this girl. Like, I have sat next to Madonna and Dennis Rodman at Captain Jack's in Sunset Beach, California. Sat right next to him. I just thought it was cool. Dennis Rodman was my favorite basketball player of all time. Loved Dennis Rodman. And Madonna's Madonna, for the love of God. And I'm like, that's cool. I wasn't intimidated at all. They were just having dinner. If Miley Cyrus walked in the door, she intimidates the crap out of me. I don't know why. I have no idea. She's Hanna Montana, for the love of God. She's a Disney kid. She's Billy Ray Cyrus's kid. What was his damn song? What was Billy Ray Cyrus's song? Beans. I'm gonna feel so stupid. What was Billy Ray Cyrus's #1 hit?
Billy Ray Cyrus's #1
Achy break, don't break my heart, my achy breaky heart. Yeah. Okay, now I get it now. Yeah, Miley Cyrus sang that song, I'd run. I don't know why. And why am I talking about Miley Cyrus? Here's why I'm talking about Miley Cyrus, because there was a headline that caught my attention that said that it was something to this effect. Celebrity has adopted a tortoise. And they say a 20-year-old tortoise. Like that's a thing. They live longer than we do. So a 20-year-old tortoise doesn't mean squat. Nando's 30, we think. Nando's about 30 years old. So, but I'm like, oh, adopted a tortoise. This is really cool. Maybe something I could talk about. And then I thought it was Miley Cyrus, and I'm like, so she adopted a tortoise, and God bless her for doing it, because we need to have tortoise adoptions going on in our world. We need to have. This is right out of the gates. We've established that she terrorizes me. 20 years, come on now. But this is actually the kind of press we need, because I don't think that Miley Cyrus intimidates anyone else but me. And I don't know why. I really don't know why. Anyway, what is it? I mean, she's not like uber hot. I don't get it. Like if Giselle Bundchen walked in, arguably the most successful supermodel in history. She walked in, man. Yeah. Miley Cyrus, but I wasn't like, ooh, you're hot. Miley Cyrus just be like, I don't know what to, yeah. I don't know. They just kind of a rock star vibe. Yeah, we'll tell the story on 0% Interest. We'll tell the story of Billy Idol. There's an amazing rock star story about Billy Idol. Anyways, get back to this. This is the kind of press we need, though, with celebrities adopting tortoises. We need to normalize adopting a tortoise. If you have a house that has a backyard and it is your home and you're not going to be moving, adopt a damn tortoise, please. Especially if you have grass, especially if you have foliage that they like to eat. Other than that, like Queen Bee doesn't have that. And Nando's over here, my new place I'm at, doesn't have a great backyard. It's all rock. It's not a good place for Nando. So Nando is at Queen Bee's house in his nice enclosure. And by the way, she built a really, really nice enclosure for him. And he's under a tree right now, and he's dug a nice hole for him, and that's what he wants. He's got like a condo. He's like George and Wheezy, you know? He done come up. And then he goes and digs a hole under a tree. Nature going to do what nature does. But anyway, if you have a home, adopt a damn tortoise. There's no excuse. It's no excuse. So Queen Bee feeds him lettuce. So that's a, $5, $6 a week investment. I can't tell you how cool it is. In Arizona, we need this, by the way. Your Game and Fish Department has a fantastic adoption program for the tortoise. And it's so cool to just look out in the backyard and see a damn dinosaur rolling through there. We talked a little earlier about all these, sharks and crocodiles, things like that. It's a damn dinosaur that is rolling through your backyard. And they're cool. They got little personalities, not like a dog personality, but you know what Nando's up to. You know when Nando's on the lurk. You know when Nando's right before he goes into brumation. Queen Bee would be happy if she watched the show. She'd be happy to know that I remember that. They don't hibernate, they brumate, which is easy for me to because I drink so much NA beer. Yeah, I can remember that. But before they go into brumation, they want to get it on. They need to mate. So Nando he's insatiable. Nando's trying, in every which way he can to get the hell out of the yard to go find a lady. Woo! Let me tell you that. That's what my boy wants. My boy's in the mood for love, and he don't care who knows it. Get a damn tortoise, will ya? We should probably have them on. I think that's probably a note we should take. Yeah, hold on. I know. Tortoise program. We should get them on. I need to get Beans over at the Wildlife Center. I need to get her a gig over there, volunteer, whatever it is. But their Wildlife Center at Game and Fish is just fantastic. But they have a full adoption. Their Wildlife Center is chock full of tortoises. Tortoisei. Tortoise. I'm just going to go with tortoise. It's full of tortoises. Anyway, it's full of them, the dinosaurs. So please adopt them. You should. You need to. And it's going to help the environment, and it's just going to help Arizona out. So please do. And again, for the entire winter, by the way, they're in brumation. They don't. It's half sleep. It's the best way I can say. That I hope it is, because I love Nando and I think that he should have this. Everyone I love should have great things. So, all right, that's why we love them. It's when your alarm goes off, and I don't know who picked 9 minutes in the alarm clock world, but you have 9 minutes to snooze when you hit snooze. It's that sleep. You're not really asleep. You're kind of running through what you need to do for your day, but it's so comfortable, and you're just that half sleep. I think that's what brumation is. I mean, they can get up and scoot if they have to, or hiss. They like to hiss. But they're just in hibernation. So you don't even see them for half the year. It's the easiest pet in the world. Don't get me wrong. I love Boone and Ozzy. I really do. But to have them sleeping for an entire half a year, magical. Oh, just have them just asleep, and we just put them in like a nice little comfy bed in like a closet somewhere, and they're good. And they're good for like 6 months. That's what having a tortoise is. So please adopt one. Take a cheeky date, will you? And maybe we can get the peeps on. Yeah. On Wednesday, what are we doing on Wednesday? Let me glance here. Oh, speaking of celebritas, Cody Johnson, country music singer, and Cody Johnson, which, by the way, one of the best national anthems probably ever. I mean, top 10 at least. Solid top 10. He went on a bear hunt, and the internet ablaze today. And let's talk about bear spray. Bear spray versus guns debate will rage on right here on the Go Show. Celebrating all things outdoors in this beautiful outdoor playground of state, nation, and world that we live in. Appreciate you playing along. We'll see you on Wednesday.